This is a compelling story that begins in Africa, based on a charity organization called the Ray of Sunshine Foundation. The charity brings volunteers from the four corners of Ireland to the poorest areas of Mombasa, Kenya to carry out building projects. The volunteers' work, which is solely on voluntary basis, and the charity gets great public support and corporate donations. In order to be a volunteer, it takes commitment, dedication and courage. One must also raise 3,000 euros, where part of this money covers flight and accommodation, but more importantly, the rest goes into purchase of materials. Welcome to Kikambala in the north coast of Mombasa. This location is set on a 1.5-acre site where the rescue home will be built. The Sisters of St. Joseph kindly donated the land to Ray of Sunshine Foundation. This foundation in Kilifi County is the first of its kind and shall work towards being a rescue home for rehabilitation and rescuing of girls. They shall be under the sisters' care. These girls are orphaned after the death of their parents due to HIV, victims of child trafficking, commercial sex and child labor. They are not able to access basic needs like formal education and healthcare services due to poverty or absence of parental care. This is the essence of our story today. The first group of volunteers have arrived. And with them, the commencement of block laying is progressing. The Irish are on the site by dawn. The sun is hot and temperatures are soaring. The task set out for this group is to bring the blocks up to roof level and prepare the trusses for the roofing. The volunteers have just 8 days to complete this task under the watchful eye of Billy Murphy, their foreman, and they achieved their goal. On a site visit are the Irish ambassador to Kenya and his wife, Brona.
Very nice to be here. This is Brona, my wife. It's humbling being here, standing or stepping in the footsteps of giants that have been here before. What's fantastic about being Irish in Kenya is that there's been over 100 years of a legacy of contribution by Irish people to this country. And anywhere you go, people will shake your hand and sort of say, look, you've really helped us. And it's been the missionaries and it's been the NGOs and I think today it's people like yourselves. Whatever different areas of Kenyan life Irish people have made a huge contribution, and always in partnership with Kenyans. Exactly what you're doing, and to me it's humbling coming and again to see people giving up their time and all of the work that's gone into it. So deepest gratitude, and I think what you're doing is absolutely fantastic. And I'll say, whatever you want to do as an organisation, whatever we can do as an embassy to help you or to help open doors or whatever from time to time, I'll give you my assurance to do that.
That's great.
And sister, just to you, what's so fantastic about this is the partnership with Kenyans who are absolutely committed themselves, and that's one of the fantastic things you see in Kenya. You don't see it in other countries where Kenyans take responsibility for their own development. They really benefit a lot from external assistance from time to time, but they are fantastically committed to the development of their own country. And here we have many Irish volunteers who've done fundraising in Ireland, coming to Kenya to work with the county government and with the sisters here of St. Joseph, who are developing a rescue centre for vulnerable girls. Partnership is so important because look at these fantastic buildings that are going up. May this tree grow in the same way that the centre grows, and may it provide shelter in the same way as this building is going to provide shelter.
Bravo, Group 1, for setting the pace. As we say goodbye to Group 1, the second group arrives with their sleeves rolled up.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. How are you? How are you? Hello.
They are briefed by Pat Barry, who has instructions on all that has to be achieved. They work at setting up the roofs, installing all windows and preparing drains. It is a race against time, as the Irish lads and ladies are joined by the locals to make sure the project goes as scheduled. This group has an additional task to complete. The 6-bedroomed dormitory is being dedicated in memory of one of the directors of Ray of Sunshine Foundation, the late Michael Lillis. Michael travelled with the charity on all previous projects, and the volunteers completed this block in full. A special blessing was given by Father Alphonse, our great friend from the previous projects, and was officially opened by Michael's wife, Denise, who travelled with us for the first time. The third groups arrived with their foreman, John Melican, and since we pushed for time and the clock is ticking, we immediately embark on the electrics, plumbing, hanging of doors and tiling gets underway. The locals work side by side with Irish, and no task is too difficult for them. They receive a weekly wage, which was a help to put food on their tables for their families. The locals challenged the Irish volunteers to a game of football, but they were no match for our volunteers.
I will really shake her off when we win the Lillis Cup. Cause Ireland has the greatest football team. Ole, 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 ole.
Group 3 can now pass on the baton to Group 4. Group 4 consists of plumbers, landscapers, electricians and carpenter volunteers. They're here to work on the final touches, and every job must be completed in the next 7 days. Frank Finney, the foreman at this point, has a hard task since everything is being done all at once. The water crew is always somewhere near because thirst and dehydration sets in quickly. The paths are laid and the beautiful landscape is done under the watchful eye of Danny Ryan. The colours have been picked and the paintings begin. Even Highland Radio crew are here to pass on the news to Ireland on a daily live link-up. The day is finally here and the girls' beds have been moved in, and we are very excited for the girls to pay a visit to their new home. The elation on their faces when they bounce on their new beds. They shall be well protected and cared for. The sisters with Sister Emma will make a home for themselves here and live with the girls on the premises, overseeing the nurturing and caring for the girls. They will receive medical attention and counselling that will help them overcome their traumatic experiences. Dr. Roy O'Keefe, team doctor to Ray of Sunshine Foundation, has recently retired, and he will now work alongside the sisters, and he will bring his many years of experience in the medical field to the rescue home. He will operate from the medical block, which has been built in memory of our great patron Derek Davies, who sadly passed away in 2015. The day we have all been waiting for has come.
Today is a very special day for us. it has come to the end of our build. We've had 36 days of hard work and now it is complete. And I think all the little girls that come here are going to live happily ever after with our help, and we will stay with them until we have this complete. And there will be very happy days here for the girls.
The buildings are at last complete, and the Irish ambassador officially opened it before the Sisters of St. Joseph, the locals and the Irish volunteers. The keys are handed over to the sisters. Another mission completed.
Which is framed by Ireland, through which many people will pass through to safety. We're all excellent. Oh, that's gorgeous. Fantastic. Well done.
I thought the Irish was lovely. Hope for tomorrow.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done, and many congratulations to everybody.
Well done to the Irish. On the opening day, the Irish were delighted with a visit from the children of Mary Immaculate Preschool. This is a preschool based in a village called Migobani, which was started by the great Holy Ghost father called Father Martin King, who hails from County Clare. The Ray of Sunshine supports 100 children at the preschool. They received a wholesome meal each day and new school uniforms. The sponsorship also includes payment for teachers who educate the children. Another surprise on the opening day for all the Irish was the arrival of our old friend Elizabeth, the principal for Likone School for the Blind, and all her students. They opened the ceremony. It brought back memories for all the Irish that had been part of building their home. The blind children have such beautiful singing voices. The Ray of Sunshine partnered with the Chandi Paver Trust again for this project, and they have been a huge support to all aspects of the buildings. This trust works on a voluntary basis and is instrumental in helping the poor with education and building projects. The United Nations were very touched by the story of the Ray of Sunshine, and they too wanted to be part of the project and kindly donated a pickup Toyota Hilux. This is a great blessing to the Bakita Girls Rescue Home and will be used to collect supplies for the home. The Flamingo Beach Hotel also played their part in the building project. Terribly at the hands of her kidnappers, so much so that she forgot her birth name. Her kidnappers gave her the name Bakita, which means fortunate. St. Bakita feast day is the 8th February. Mr. Amani has traveled many roads with the Ray of Sunshine. He is the representative of the project on the ground in Kenya. He commits himself each day to help and assist the Irish visitors. No task is too difficult for Mr. Amani.
Hi, Henry Shefflin here. You've just seen the tremendous work being carried out by both the volunteers and the board of directors of the Ray of Sunshine charity, of which I am truly honoured to be a patron of. Volunteers, as we've seen, have come from the four corners of Ireland to work together to complete the task of building this beautiful rescue home. They work from dawn till dusk in extremely high temperatures, and I just want to compliment everyone for coming together to turn this around and build it in such a short period of time. The work and endeavour you've all put into it is truly magnificent. The girls that live in this home now know that someone cares, which hasn't been said in a lot of their lives to date, and something these girls will always appreciate. The people of Ireland have once again shown their generosity But you, the volunteers, your family and friends who've made such a commitment, it's truly outstanding for making such a donations to this charity. The girls now live in a secure, safe environment where they will be cared for by the Sisters of St. Joseph. It's just what an achievement to all our volunteers in the building from the foundation to the finished home, which you've just seen today in this DVD. Well done to all involved, and an absolutely magnificent achievement, and something that you can be all very, very proud of. Again, if you've anyone, friends or family who work in the trade and would like to help out, please check out the Ray of Sunshine website. And just again to compliment you all, very well done on what is a magnificent achievement. Thank you.
My name is John Kyoko. I'm the Executive Director of Leisure Lodge Beach and Golf Resort, which is located in South Coast, Diani. I had the immense pleasure of meeting the Ray of Sunshine group about 6 years ago when they first came to do a project at Likoni. This is the icing of the cake, to do a rescue centre like this for girls who had no hope, who had been abused when they were young. Can you imagine how could they change the life of these girls? Growing up with 2 or 3 children, right, with no hope whatsoever, nobody cared about them. And yet we have people who care so much from County Clare, from Ireland. I want to say on behalf of everyone in this county, on Kilifi, on behalf of everyone in Likoni, Mombasa County, Kwale County, I want to thank you for the life that you've changed, the lives that you've touched, and for your deeds which has transformed the lives of so many young people, giving that extra edge for them to succeed in life. And this rescue centre, I think, will do so much change. There's nothing worse when you've been abused and nobody cares. Somebody comes to your rescue and does all this for you to give you again hope in life, because the trauma they've gone through, the pain they've gone through will be erased by the love of Ray of Sunshine. Thank you so much, Ray of Sunshine. May you be blessed abundantly. There are very few humans in the world or association like yours who care. You know, people talk a lot, they do nothing, but you come here personally. The difference I've said, Ray of Sunshine, not do they go to people who support the cause. They come personally and build this themselves to make sure that everything, every penny, everything is accounted for. The quality I've seen here today is incredible. The finish is incredible. It's much better than even some the hotels here in Mtwapa. Even the hotels, this is really even 2-3 star. It's fantastic. But really, on behalf of everybody, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of these rescued children, on behalf of all the Likoni children, the Jomvi, you have saved and changed thousands of children's lives. And may that give you the immense satisfaction. Thank you so very much, and may you be blessed.
The Ray of Sunshine is an absolutely fantastic project. I'm only here a week, but it's like as if I have been here a lifetime.
The Irish people are still so generous to contribute, to enable us to come out here and to get involved in projects like this. Hopefully, I would say to all the people in Ireland, come out here, and when you're finished out here, you'll appreciate what you have at home.
I heard about the Ray of Sunshine Foundation through a friend of mine who's been volunteering with them for a good many of years now. And I decided that I would come out and give it a go. I don't have a trade myself, I'm a midwife, but I felt I could do whatever they wanted from me. It's a fantastic charity. Everything goes to where it's supposed to go to.
I always felt when I would retire, that if I got an opportunity to do something like this, for the reward and the generosity and there's receiving and giving, so I looked at that and I got the opportunity. I heard Olive on the radio back home, back around last springtime, and I contacted her and made arrangements and took it from there. So glad he came. It's tough, it's great. It's a great project and a good mission, and very satisfying and no regrets.
We're very impressed by the charity, and I guess the fact that everyone's a volunteer, even the people who are running the charity, was very important to us. That every single penny that you give is going straight out to the project itself. So that was an important thing. Dad found it first, and then I followed him. So he was the real inspiration behind coming out to it.
around the Ray of Sunshine since 2008, and this would be my 5th time doing a project like this. I'm here as foreman, and my 3rd time being a foreman. Yeah, I like it very much. It's like a drug. Once you start doing it, you just keep coming back to do it time and time again. It's nice to come out here and work with such humble people, and it's nice to give something back. We have done.
I would encourage anybody to come to Kenya. It doesn't matter if you don't have skills, if you don't feel confident, just come here, do your fundraising. Your euros that you raise in Ireland will go a very, very long way. Olive manages our money very well, along with her very supportive committee, and there is a 100% guarantee that all funds that are raised for the Ray of Sunshine will go directly to the children. There's nobody getting big salaries, there's no big administration costs, and I am very confident. That's why I've always come back to work with Olive and her team, because I know where the money is going to go.
It's my first time doing anything like this. It's my first time working on a project, charity project outside of Ireland, and it's just a great privilege. We feel really privileged to be doing it. It's a great blessing, really, and I would encourage anybody who's watching this to contact the Ray of Sunshine Foundation in Ireland and to take part, because you will get so much from it.
Yeah, it's my first time to be involved with the Ray of Sunshine as well, and it's a very, very humbling experience to be involved and to come out here and see the joy and the happiness on the children's faces. They might seem poor children and that, but certainly whatever they might have in material goods, they make up for it in abundance, in their laughter and their sheer well-being. It's a fantastic thing to see them, and I hope that come next Thursday, tomorrow week, that they're going to be a lot better off when we finish this project. Yeah.
And again, my first time with the Ray of Sunshine, and really this is a rescue centre for young girls from 3 years of age to 12. If people back home are kind of feeling a little bit, let's say, apprehensive about supporting charity organisations, this is one that is true 100% to the action. Every cent that is fundraised goes directly to the coalface, and we cannot understand that. And if you want a challenge, I would welcome you. I will still walk next year, the next time, with you here in this township or in this rescue centre.
Here we are sitting in the Bakita Girls Rescue Home that was not here 3 months ago. The volunteers have come and gone, and they have gained a non-forgettable experience. By volunteering with the Ray of Sunshine, you have given the most expensive and priceless gift anyone could have ever given, and that is kindness and hard work. The Ray of Sunshine and its associates all work totally on a voluntary basis. Every euro donated is channeled directly to the different programs we run. Our girls that have had a very traumatic start to life will now rest easy and heal day by day until they become strong over the years. Let me take this opportunity to especially thank Anne McGrath, administrator of the project, for giving the Ray of Sunshine the most precious thing anybody could own, her time and talent. Thanks Aileen for her commitment and support. Thanks to Pat, Billy, Dan and Marty, our directors. Thank you, Sanjay Parivar Trust, the Sisters of St. Joseph, Dr. Rory, Mr. Amani and our great Italian friend Marina. Thanks to Highland Radio and all the people of Ireland that donated to make this build happen. Thank you one and all for giving everyone here at Bakita Rescue Home hope for tomorrow.
You give, but of little when you give of your possessions. It's when you give of yourself you truly give. For what are your possessions but things you keep in guard, for fear you may need them tomorrow? And what is fear of need but need itself? It's not dread of thirst when your well is full, the thirst that is unquenchable. There are those that give little of the much that they have, and they give it for recognition, and their hidden desire makes their gift unwholesome. And there are those who have little and give it all. There are those who give with joy, and the joy is their reward.